Podtacular, the unofficial Halo Universe podcast, presents episode 716, Unlocking Customization, recorded live on January 30th, 2020. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Podtacular, the unofficial Halo Universe podcast. I am your host, Duststorm.
And I'm your co-host, Godzilla T.
And welcome all listeners, either via live stream or via download. Thank you for being here. We got, for the live stream, 2 episodes we're doing tonight. For the folks listening at home after the fact, there'll be another episode released after this one, but we've got quite a packed show. We've got a lot of stuff to get through in both shows, so we're going to go ahead and cut right to the chase with things. We've got our community happenings to start off with. So, GT, how did we do with Fragment Friday this past week?
We did really well with Fragment Friday. We were on Halo 5 this week. We put it up for a vote, and that's what our community voted for. If you would like to participate in the vote, be sure to join our Discord. And we do ask that if you are going to vote, that you actually do show up.
Yes.
It's a nice thing. But no, anyway, if you would like, you can find our Discord at, podtacular.com/Discord, correct?
That's right.
And you too can vote on what we play for the game night. But this last week, they can. Although I really wish they actually had a poll for Discord and not just emojis. But anyway. I mean, it works, but...
Yeah, that would be interesting to see, because there's a lot of people that do polls within Discord.
I don't know, maybe somebody could write a bot to do that.
Unfortunately, you still have to use emojis for that. It's not exactly as easy. You can just plug in and write something that people just click on. But
well, maybe they could write a bot that'll translate emojis into votes. Anyway,
that works good, sir. You're getting a little bit ahead of some special announcements coming up, you know. But yes, that is something. Well, you could
have just said, "Well, yeah, that sounds like a good idea."
Yeah, GT, that sounds like a wonderful idea.
You gave it away. I didn't.
Yeah, you're right. Wait, no, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sorry.
I'm a little fuzzy about that right now.
I'm tripping right now.
Anyway. Well, we got into some customs and we played some matchmaking. We actually outgrew matchmaking pretty quickly this last Friday. It was kind of nice.
We did.
We jumped into customs, played some Rochambeau, played some Vehicle Fiesta. I lost the lobby once, and I went on a tear with a sniper rifle and Husky Raid. So that was fun.
Good. So that's what you were doing while you were all by yourself and resetting your Xbox. Yeah, we had to jump into customs, less than an hour into Fragment Friday?
Yeah, about 40 minutes, I think. From the time we started streaming, I think it was 30 or 40 minutes.
Right. Cool. There was no achievement hunting stream this past weekend because me and the wife were out with some friends and we were out later than expected. So we canceled that stream. But Bobby and I did work on kind of getting stuff prepped for some other achievements throughout the week. So still kind of working towards some stuff, but didn't get any achievements this week.
Aww.
And because of a certain event happening here in the US on Sunday, probably will not happen this weekend either.
What? You don't want to compete with the Super Bowl?
I mean, I would much more rather enjoy Halo, but we are going to see friends, so I do like spending time with them as well.
Okay, so who are you rooting for?
Kansas City, just because they're the underdogs, and I honestly don't care otherwise. I don't follow sports that closely, so I don't care.
Well, let me put it this way. As a person that lives in Kansas and in Kansas City, or close to Kansas City at least, I am just happy that they made it. I have a very personally, and don't hold, you can hold this against me if you want. I don't really care. I have a pretty low opinion of professional sports. For the most part, I think of them as overpaid crybabies. And I've held that opinion for a long time.
That's
I'm
fair.
not saying that they shouldn't make big dollars, which they should, because once they're done with their sports career, in most cases, they're pretty much done.
Yeah.
There's not getting another job. But anyway, that's beside the point. I'm just happy that Kansas City did make it to the Super Bowl. And if anybody in this state has a problem with it, or a problem with the fact that if they lose, if they have a problem with that, they can kiss my pasty white. Never mind.
Language,
just be happy
GT,
that they made it there.
Yeah. No, I have a couple of just a couple of friends who are KC fans. You're one of them, and then there's another streamer that I follow and I'm friends with, and she's a huge KC fan. So she's all about it.
Yeah, I will probably be up here in my office playing video games or working on video with my headphones on and the volume turned up.
There you go.
Because my wife tends to get into the football games.
Oh.
I won't be recording any audio, that's for sure.
Does she have any friends coming over to watch it with her, or is it just
it's just her?
Okay. Cool.
We haven't been invited to any Super Bowl parties, and our place isn't really big enough to host a party. Well, not a party that has more than 4 people.
Small place. I got you. Fair enough. In the sports-related scene, Kobe Bryant did pass away, which he's been a pretty prominent basketball player, and
very sad times. He's done a lot for a lot of charities. He's done a lot to help a lot of people. He truly will be missed.
Yeah, and the other sad part too is one of his daughters was with him when he passed away. So that sucks. Prayers are out there to everyone that was involved with the crash, and family members affected, friends, and I mean that's really going to make basketball interesting for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
All right, enough with the sad stuff. Let's get on to some good other Halo news, shall we?
Sure.
So we've got our Spartan company. We're still working on plenty of company commendations. That's not going to end. Probably past Infinite if we decide to keep trying to go for the Achilles helmet after Infinite launches. But we have another, let's see, it's about 1,350 for killing an opponent who shot you first. And then we have splatters. We're just up to about 400 more. And then we have assassinations. We have about 450 of those. So those are our top 3. For the streamer shout out, we did Pixel Pete. For those who don't know, he has a very unique streaming setup. Have you checked out Pixel Pete at all, GT?
No, I have not.
Well, it's very interesting, to say the least. There is, he wears a kind of a bodysuit underneath a suit that he wears, and he has his camera set up to where it's all grayscale, monochrome, and has these really interesting psychedelic effects that he puts on in between matches or on his webcam and screened out and everything. And it's just a very unique experience. You may have actually seen him on one of our opposing teams during the Halo Bowl last time, or Halo Bowl 3. But he is very engaging with his community. He does actually interface and talk to his stream quite often and reacts to people. So he's actually very engaging, has a very unique setup. So definitely go check him out. He's on Twitch, and it's Pixel Pete, Pixelpeet. And then our machinima of the week This was late on Monday, so I decided to go back into the grab bag and pull out Frequency from Hollywood Halo. Have you had a chance to see this one, GT, from your archives, or? No? It's a fun one. It has Dragos Dentini, the Numa Numa song in it.
Oh, really?
Yep. It has peanut butter jelly time. It's kind of initially thrown as a serious, and then it's just a comedy throughout the rest of it.
Ah.
It's a very entertaining watch. I know Laird's seen it. I don't know if Conf has seen it. Kevin may have seen it. Those are the three folks that are in our stream chats right now. But it's a very good machinima, so go check it out. On to the Halo news side of things. GT, what do we got coming up for the Halo 5 matchmaking?
Well, for this weekend, we have CE Anniversary Throwback rotates in for Rock and Rail. And we have Warzone Turbo going live. And as a reminder, all of February is double XP. Next weekend, we get Mythic Rumble replaces the Free for All for February. And then we'll get this is on February 6th. And we'll also get Roaming King rotating in for CE Anniversary Throwback.
Very nice.
So get in there and start grinding. If you want that Achilles.
Exactly.
Or that 152, I should say.
Was it last year or a couple years ago? Maybe this was Halo 4. I can't remember if they did it in MCC. Remember the one like really weird game mode that they kind of tweaked Ricochet to be like Super Bowl?
Yeah, football.
Yeah. I'm surprised they haven't done that recently either. Does anyone else in the stream remember that? Or in the chat? Like it was all green and the cord, like I forget specifically. It was a long time ago, but it'd be interesting if they did something like that again for the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they actually did it. They did a football variant, and then they also did a basketball variant with Ricochet.
I forgot about the basketball one.
Matter of fact, down in the community update, I believe they feature one of the football maps.
In the community update?
Yeah.
From last week?
Yeah. In screenshots.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I do remember that one.
I'm scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. It's a long ways down and scrolling.
Last week's update.
No, this week's. The one that happened this evening. The community spotlight.
Oh, the spotlight. Okay. Well, we'll get to that here in just a minute.
Oh, somebody has forged Miami. It looks like the Miami Stadium.
Oh.
And you can actually play. They have a map and game type for it.
Really? That's cool.
Complete with Jumbotrons, too.
I must have missed that when I was kind of looking through it earlier. Is that down the tweets?
Doodle Snickers.
Oh, the very, very bottom.
Very bottom, yeah.
Oh, that's what it is. I just looked at the screenshots and then I passed on by. I didn't realize it was actually a playable map. That's cool. Anyways, we'll get to that in a minute.
Uh-huh.
So for the MCC update, it was just a big wall of text, which is why I didn't update it. But we have a couple of changes to playlists in MCC. So in Social 1v1, they removed Magnum Secondary from Halo Reach head-to-head. This was based on community feedback. Team Slayer option has been replaced with Precision Slayer and Auto Slayer in Social 4v4. Also in Social 4v4, we have Precision Slayer includes weapon starts of DMR, BR, or Magnum. Auto Slayer includes weapon starts of AR, SMG, and Halo 4 loadout starts. And then they've rotated in the featured Halo CE Anniversary category for Halo Reach.
And I actually played a couple of those games tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And they actually turned the Reach pistol into a 3-shot.
Yeah, they did that with the Anniversary map pack in Halo Reach when they released it too. They had a variant where the pistol was a 3-shot and they slowed down the firing rate.
Yeah, it was. It took me a minute to figure out what the heck was going on.
Yep,
because all of a sudden I was getting 3-tapped by a pistol.
they tried to make it like Halo CE while maintaining the
They
craziness of Reach.
actually did a really good job, and I will say that it works better in Reach than it does in Halo 5, even on the Forged maps.
Okay.
The CE play style works better with Reach than it does in Halo 5.
That has to deal with kind of the base movement and some of the other mechanics.
Well, see, they alter the base movement as well. You walk faster.
Right.
In Reach, in this playlist.
Right. I don't know, but yeah, I can see what you're talking about. It does feel different. Yeah.
It actually felt good, and it was kind of fun.
I'm going to have to try to hop into that, because these are only 1 week rotations now, so now it's very limited. In Social 8v8, we have reduced hill movement timer from 120 seconds down to 90 seconds, and reduced score to win from 250 to 200. Replace territories with 3 plot territories on Tempest. Rotated in experimental AR starts category containing AR start versions for all core Halo Reach 8v8 maps and game variants.
Oh, that reminds me. ARs? I was watching a Vetoed play with an AR today in Halo 5.
Really?
I never realized you could make an AR that lethal.
Well, if you're close to medium range, I guess...
No, not close to medium range. Don't get me wrong, there's plenty of close to medium range. But he was out shooting pistols.
What playlist was he playing on?
Free for all.
Okay. All right.
I don't know if he was on one of his other tags or not, but
Confal does bring up a good point. It is vetoed. He's godlike.
Oh yeah,
in the game.
I was watching him do that, and I'm like, and I really had to listen. And I tried to do what he was doing tonight, and I don't think I can make my finger move that fast. He pulses the trigger.
Oh, interesting.
He doesn't just hold down; he pulses the trigger.
It's probably to combat the recoil,
combat the spread.
Yeah, recoil
spread, the bloom, or
yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I was like, because it didn't sound right. I'm like, what the heck is he doing?
Oh, it sounded like the double click.
It was just spurts. It's like 3 round spurts. It almost sounded like a BR.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch the VOD. That's crazy.
Well, this is actually on YouTube. One of his videos.
Oh, all right.
I ran across it earlier today.
All right, I'll have to check that out. There was a MCC patch that came out yesterday, or the 29th of January, for those listening after the live stream. Here are the updates. There's some new features and content, aka the features in the featured playlist and Match Composer. There's some new nameplates, which we'll get to in a moment, and some new upcoming matchmaking content that they're getting stuff ready for. On PC, they fixed an issue where pressing the spacebar would search for a player while typing a gamer tag in the Find Player prompt. Across all versions of MCC, they fixed bugs where pop-up messages were not read properly by narrator and Xbox game transcription. Fixed bugs button prompts were... I think they missed a word. Fixed bugs where button prompts were not read properly by narrator or Xbox game transcription, and fixed bugs where on-screen text was not read properly by narrator or Xbox transcription. Some other general fixes include main menu not appearing after passing the title screen when launching for the first time. That was on Xbox. And then across all, fixed a rare crash related to player stats and leaderboards. That's interesting. Reduced some excessive diagnostic reporting to improve performance. And improve player reporting on dedicated servers when identifying potential anti-cheat violations. And over on the blog side of things, we've got
blog.
Yeah, we've got some flighting updates. So they did originally say that they were going to try to get Halo CE flight out this month, which tomorrow's this month. I don't think that's going to happen.
Well, no, Saturday is next month.
Right. But they're currently tracking 10 bugs that are blocking issues from the CE build entering Ring 1. So once they get those ironed out, they'll get it out to Ring 1, and then there's the iterative process until they can get it out. For Halo's CE content, what they're looking for is gathering feedback from a wide range of content. So this is just kind of overall making sure that the game's running similar to how the Reach experience is. So validating areas like dedicated servers, peer-to-peer connections, crossplay between Steam and Windows versions, and the new UI for customization, which that makes it sound like we're actually getting some additional customization for CE.
Could. I mean, that's what it sounds like, yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. Unfortunately, we're going to have to kind of address some of this stuff next week because we are kind of on a tight time schedule tonight. But there are some nameplates that are going to be added that I do want to get through. For that, I'm actually going to hop on over to the browser view for those watching via live stream. There you go. Let's scroll on down here. We've got a Black History Month event. So you can get the Black History Month nameplate by launching MCC during the month of February. It will be granted once a week, not necessarily permanently, so that means they're kind of going in and doing it manually on the back end. It's red, gray, and green beads on the nameplate. There's a winter contingency event. Players can earn these two nameplates between February 5th and 18th by completing matches within the winter contingency featured category. Nameplates will be granted once per week. And one of them is a focus rifle, kind of looks like.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one is cracked glass with a skull on the right side.
Actually, I think that's supposed to be ice.
Yeah, glass, ice. Yeah, very, very similar. And then there's the Valentine's event. That's going to be February 12th through the 18th. Players can earn the Put a Ring on It nameplate during Valentine's week by completing 10 matches in any 2v2 playlist, or in Firefight Doubles, which goes live on February 12th. There's some featured categories that are going to be coming up here pretty soon as well. Halo CE Anniversary Featured Category, which GT already read off. That is starting today and going through February 5th. Shoddy Snipers will be coming up February 19th through the 26th. Power Slayer will be here February 26th through the 4th. And then Big Team AR Start Experimental will be supposed to be out today, actually.
And it will end to be decided.
To be determined when it's going to end. There's going to be more bans coming as well. So those that are still getting caught with AFK and macros, sword lining, firefight suicides, and all that stuff, that's still being enforced, and people are still doing it, and the ban hammer will be swung, if that makes sense. The top issues, some of these still remain, but there's still audio issues, stuttering third-party software support, uncapped frame rates, menu performances, screen tearing, VSync, co-op latency, EAC error messages, key bindings. I just lost my spot. There it is. Mouse input, view model, crouch while moving, idle stops matchmaking, aim assist, and achievement issues, and support tickets.
I tell you what, they're serious about that idling, stopping matchmaking. I was literally just waiting for the next match, and it kicked me out of searching because I hadn't touched my controller.
It's quick. It's very quick. I think it's like, it almost seems like it's a minute.
Yeah, I don't, this is, I didn't touch my controller from the time that the game ended, and by the time and I got kicked out before it just, I was just letting it search. Before it started searching again, it kicked me out.
That's crazy. That's very aggressive. I think they need to loosen up a little bit.
They need to loosen that up a little bit, yeah. I mean, start the clock once the search begins.
Well, once the search begins, it's basically like the last time you touched your controller, right? Pretty much.
Well, how many people fart around with a controller every time between matches? Most people will put their controller down for a little bit and stretch, or get up and go take a leak or something.
Yeah, they're waiting to hear that tick down.
Yeah,
before coming back. Yeah, I got you. I'm right there with you.
I mean, don't start the clock until the game actually starts searching for a game, is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Don't start the clock at the end of the previous game.
No, I got you.
And expand your customs library. Oh.
Yeah. So there's active development stuff going on. There's a full list of that on the update that you can go read. Some of it we've already covered before. Some of it's new.
Mm-hmm.
They're still working on Reach, Forge, and Theater support in PC. You still got mouse and keyboard stuff to work out. All the field of view, HUD elements, all that kind of stuff that's still being worked on. Also making sure that there are the file saves for MVARs and GVARs is done correctly. So there's still a couple things that they're working on to try to get that done. We've got yet another screenshot of Halo CEA in the works.
I recognize that level.
Yes, I do too. They're currently working on for Halo CEA mod support, terminal videos, because those were trapped inside the. But were they trapped inside the Halo Channel app for the
CEA? Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And was Halo 2's as well?
CEA, yes, are also in the Halo channel.
Yeah. Okay.
The only ones that were in game were Halo 3.
Well,
Halo
because
4,
they weren't exactly videos.
Right. I should say the only terminals that were located in the game were Halo 3. Halo 4, you had to go to an external site to watch them. And the same with Halo 2 and CEA.
Yeah, because CEA on 360 was actually in game.
I mean, when they brought it over to the Master Chief Collection.
Right. Multiplayer deterministic model on PC, localization work, bug fixing, and flight support. For Halo 2, current progress there is FOV support, first pass on latency reduction, VFR support, and variable frame rate, I guess, is what VFR is. And they have their first optimization pass complete, and then profiling minimum spec on PC complete. For Halo 2 Anniversary, currently working on mouse keyboard support, FOV, aspect ratio support, VFR, and profiling, and Forge support work has begun. Forge for Halo 2? Oh, Halo 2 Anniversary.
Halo 2 Anniversary.
Duh. Never mind. Sorry. Had a momentary brain fart.
Mm-hmm.
Halo 3.
Halo 3's looking good.
Yeah. Mouse keyboard support, FOV. First pass on latency reduction, VFR, aspect ratio, Forge support. ODST, just getting the game to run on PC. Or no, the game runs on PC. Doing the profiling, mouse keyboard support, FOV, and aspect ratio. And then Halo 4, the game runs.
Game is running on PC.
Yeah. So all the games are at least running on PC so far. That's what we've got.
Maybe not real well.
Right.
Yeah, Halo 4, the game runs on PC and their profiling has begun.
Yep. As far as looking ahead, they kind of gave us a loose ranked order in which they're trying to address feedback. So the first one is more non-DMR start options such as dedicated playlists and or toggle in match composer to disable or enable DMR AR or AR pistol starts for Halo Reach. That's interesting. More non-DMR start options.
Mm-hmm. I don't mind that. They just need to make sure that the maps reflect that.
Yeah. Because the maps are important. Especially with how things play.
They need to limit, when you have a non-DMR or non-precision start, they need to make sure the map follows that start.
You mean as far as just kind of the gameplay?
Yeah, well, make sure there isn't 12 DMRs on the map. Then there's no point to have an AR start.
Fair enough.
2 DMRs on a map, well, now those 2 DMRs become power weapons.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay. Yeah, they basically do.
Mm-hmm.
More options to pick and choose which game types and maps are played in matchmaking. More choices in how XP is earned and... Ooh. Campaign?
Possibly.
Firefight. In Reach, you got some credits for custom games, right? It was just mostly based on the
You got
duration.
like 100.
Yeah. It was small, but you still got something.
Yeah, I think they actually took that away later on. I don't think it was. I don't think it stayed there. But yeah, you got a very minimal amount.
Okay. So yeah, more choices on how XP is earned and alternative paths to unlock seasonal rewards, including through challenges, campaign, and other non-match made play. That's good.
The challenges I'd really like to see.
They mentioned that they're going to do the system, and they've said for a while. It's just we haven't seen it yet.
Now this actually strikes me as odd. Keyboard and mouse players feel at a disadvantage against controller players.
Yeah, that's with the aim assist.
Yeah.
That's been a huge discussion throughout the community.
Well, I will have to admit I did hand it to a couple of keyboard and mouse players tonight. But it was more that they just weren't that good.
Right. I gotcha. There was the debate that we actually were going to talk about back in December, but then we got distracted with some other stuff that came up for podcasts, and we never got around to actually talking about it. But yeah, that's been an ongoing discussion within the community, and
maybe we can put that in as a topic.
Yeah.
Because it's going to become more and more relevant. Yep.
Well, if they're going to fix it and get it balanced, then maybe it becomes a non-topic.
You never will balance it.
No. Well,
you won't.
One
or the other is always going to have the advantage.
Right, but you can at least obtain some... I mean, because you don't hear a lot of other games... You can obtain
something that's a little fairer.
Right.
Where skill could overcome the advantage, but one of them is always going to have the advantage.
Right. Usually it's mouse and keyboard. Usually. Yeah. I think another part to that, too, is there's some of the... Like, if you get hit, there's the wobble, and people that use mouse and keyboard, they're not used to that wobble, so it throws them off.
Mm-hmm.
There's multiple mechanics at play here with that one.
Yeah. You know, the one thing we got to remember is that these games were not intended to be played with mouse and keyboard.
Right. It's being added after the fact. More ranked playlists, additional preview options for Spartans, rank and additional player info, increased performance XP cap in game, option to manually select specific data center for matchmaking.
I will like that.
A lot of people like that because, unfortunately, the people that are overseas are kind of getting screwed on server placement. Unfortunately. Increase performance XP cap in game. Option to manual... I went back too far. Allow all keys to be rebound and support for dual binding actions. Thank you. Join in progress to replace quitters for a rejoin option if a user disconnects mid-match. Oh, that's nice. Maybe that would kind of help alleviate the quit ban too. It's like, oh, I got disconnected. I'm going to rejoin. And it's like, okay, you rejoin. You're not going to get quit banned.
Yeah, you know, that is something that I've always wanted, is to be able to at least rejoin the match I just got dropped out of.
Yeah, like give it 20 or 30 seconds, and then if someone's not found in that time, open up the slot.
Well, if someone didn't rejoin in that time period, yeah.
Right. Like, have it dedicated for you to rejoin in that 20, 30 seconds, and then still leave you the option to rejoin, but if someone else matches into it, then your rejoin option goes away. Yeah. Yeah.
And the ability to crouch while moving.
Yes.
I never was so annoyed about not having something. I never realized how often I hit that crouch button.
And while you're moving, you can't crouch. Yep. There's a progression system update in here. We'll get to that next week. We're going to go ahead and hop on over to today's Spotlight that came out.
Yay, Spotlight!
We've got quite a few wonderful pieces in here. Lots of great pieces.
You must check this out.
Yeah, if you're in the live stream, I'll go ahead and drop a link for you guys, but if you are listening to it after the fact, Snickerdoodle's been doing a wonderful job at curating, and people are doing a great job tagging their stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The community is a talented place.
Oh, yeah. There are drawings and photos and paintings that are just absolutely phenomenal.
There's a claymation in this one. I don't think we don't see claymations that often. I don't know if
we haven't seen one in a long time.
Yeah. So starting from the top, we've got a Sad Cortana art piece, which is really, really cool. This is done by Spartan Mandy on Twitter. It's a very touching piece. We've got a guitar cover, which is, actually listen to it, it's pretty good. And they also have a tutorial version with tabs if you want to learn how to play the Halo theme yourself. That was very nice of him to do that. Lots of artwork to start with. We've got some Forerunner architecture, which looks really cool. There's one thing in here that is interesting. Just stop me, because I'm just going to go through these pretty quick. The one by...
That one I really like. The Brute shaking hands with the Elite.
Yeah, the settling of the score.
Chieftain shaking hands with the Elite.
The custom armor in this is incredible. I don't know if the stream quality is doing this justice, but...
It's not, but...
Definitely go check it out, because this thing is incredible. It really is. Got Noble Team, or half of Noble Team in one of the civilian cars from Halo Reach. Nice little kind of cell shade artwork there. Tribute to Halo with Master Chief and some electrical wires. Let's see. This UT Prosim, the Marine with the BR and the cloak, that has some very insane detail to it.
You know, when I first saw that, I thought it was a piece from the Halo 3 diorama.
Yeah, but it's not. It's very convincing.
I know it's not. But when I first saw it, I thought, I don't remember that in the diorama.
Right. And the Hunter in the back has I don't know, this kind of gives me a Halo Wars 2 vibe.
Yeah. Really well done.
Forerunner Aquarium, actually saw that. That's by Rythaze. Saw that on his Twitter feed earlier this week. That was really cool. This Cortana one, the Rampancy by Andy Lucas, that one, oh my gosh. That one's really well done.
Yes, it is. It's very detailed.
Like that almost looks real. The Duel inspired Arbiter. I like the Fireteam Delta and Batul Darum.
Yeah.
Looks like the Elite's killing a traitor or Marine or something like that.
Yeah, but he's got Spartan shoulder pads.
Yeah.
I didn't quite understand that one. But anyway, cool piece of art, don't get me wrong. Theory behind it, I don't quite get. But hey.
Well, it's weird because, like, it looks like he has, like, the chest piece, but, like, there's no, like, the legs are just or not camo. Camo pants. Cargo pants.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways. I like the little Fire Chief. Master Chief with a coat, hat, and hose.
Yeah, the Fire Chief.
Yeah, Fire Chief. Halo by Brandon Chin. That one is pretty good. This Halo Infinite at Night by Fletched. It's a Photoshop version of the still from the Infinite trailer that we got in 2018. And it's the same screenshot, just heavily Photoshopped.
Yeah. To where it's a night scene instead of a day scene.
Yeah, really well done. We've got down here to the Half-Baked. It's a lot of the pencil and artwork that is work in progresses, or they look like work in progresses, but they're actually done.
Mm-hmm.
We've got an Elite warming up to a little girl.
Mm-hmm. I like the one with Chief, Cortana, and the Huragok.
Oh, that one's cool. That almost looks like a tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
This is by Shad Knight 20 on Reddit.
That one could probably pretty easily be turned into a tattoo.
Mm-hmm. We've got Halcyon class cruiser pencil drawing. Really incredible detail.
Mm-hmm.
The helping hand one is really cool. And now we got some eye candy, cosplay, tattoos, and other things. So this Feet First into Hell by Rock Lobster. Again, the stream's probably not doing this any justice, but the detail in the armor and all the pieces is incredible.
Yeah.
So well done.
You know, he looks more like an ODST than the ODST does.
That's what, yeah. Probably one of the best ones I've seen for an ODST.
Yeah.
We got Finish the Fight tattoo. We've got Legendary. So many Legendary tattoos out there.
Mm-hmm. ODST.
Yep. And then we've got Homemade. So these are homemade pieces, figurine poses, stop animation, that kind of stuff.
Somebody made an energy sword out of tinfoil.
Yeah, I thought that was funny. Someone did a UNSC logo, the newer logo, the one that was in Halo 4, wood burning. Someone made a 10-karat gold battle rifle. It's pretty small. It's like maybe
I saw that on Twitter earlier this week. That was pretty cool.
I actually had that in the community musings separately, but then when I saw it in here, I took it out because it was already covered in here. And then we've got snapshots, screenshots. We've got those are called Gundams, right? Like the big mech.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got Gundam with Master Chief basically Iron Manning up with one fist in the air. And it looks like there is kind of like the little power cell there for an Iron Man.
Yeah.
It's titled Ultraman. Then we've got some YouTube videos. Someone did an art painting. There's a little Reach montage that includes some SWAT and Team Hardcore gameplay. There was someone that posted the video of them playing with the Xbox Assist controller, I think.
No.
The adaptive controller? No.
No, that's one of the fight pads.
Oh, that's
and
right.
They're using their feet.
Yeah. I think this person doesn't have hands or arms. So this person doesn't have the use of their hands because of the issue at birth. But yeah, he uses a fight pad to play Halo, and he actually plays through the full first mission of Halo 5.
Yeah.
And then there was a LAN put on by Dude Man FPS. Yushek was in attendance, so there's a little montage of that. Video making of an energy sword. There's a Halo helmet build, and then there are tweets. Tweets for days.
Tweets.
That's where we got a little claymation down here. Anything else notable in here? Accidental betrayals. Of course, narrows and lifts involved. There's going to be a betrayal. Someone did an ink drawing of the Halo 2 concept art with Chief back up against the wall, which was really cool. Let's see. Some forges on here. Tom Jurassic makes the cut again with his Mega Constructs scenes that he puts together. And then we get to the football stadium that you mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
And you said this is playable, right?
Yeah, there's a downloadable map and game type.
Oh yeah, there's the link. Mm-hmm. Cool. This is by Supreme Optimus. And of course, no crowd would be complete without the grunts in the stands.
They must have the grunts.
Yes.
And I like how the red grunts outnumber the gold grunts.
Nice. So the best way to get your content on here is to, of course, tag your content on any social media platform with the hashtag Halo Spotlight. But there is a form now that you can actually claim your Fire Unicorn skin or nameplate. So if you happen to get featured and Sam doesn't know what your gamer tag is, then you can fill out the form and specify, hey, this was my art, here's my social, where I posted it, yada, yada, yada. And then you can get your Fire Unicorn skin for Halo 5 and nameplate for MCC. So that's that. There was the social stream this week. Sam sat down with quite a few people from the studio, and they were going into the latest addition. Yeah, the latest addition into the MCC stuff, which was the big team experimental thing that they have going on.
Mm-hmm.
And then they had some folks on the MCC development side come in and showcase some of the stuff that we went through in the MCC update, some concept arts that they've been working on through as well for MCC, and yeah, it was a good stream. Actually, stayed and watched it yesterday since I was teleworking from home.
Lucky you.
Yay. And that does it for all the official updates. We got 30 minutes left. We might not be able to get through quite a bit of stuff. Let's go on over to community musings. We've got a couple of things to address here. You want to take the Halopedia stuff? Got some more Trivia Tuesday and Lore Thursday.
Trivia Tuesday this week.
Yeah.
Did you know that during the lead up to Halo Wars or Halo 2 in 2004, a number of buses in Australia were given a Halo themed makeover featuring the Master Chief? I did not know that.
I
Of course,
didn't either.
I don't live in Australia either. And then for Lore Thursday, moas are a large bird-like creature that are native to Reach. If you don't know what a moa looks like, think of ostrich.
Yep.
They are found on several human colonies due to exportation. However, they are close to extinction on their native homeworld. No more moa burgers.
Wonder if we had something to do about that.
I don't know. I killed like 17 of them.
That's my point. We run over so many of them in campaign.
Says kill 7.
I blame 343.
343's fault.
Yeah. I blame the UNSC for making me
kill
chief.
moas.
Oh, that's good. Next thing that we have here is SWAT Nation hosting a Don't SWAT Cupid event. This is a Halo 5 4v4 tournament. $500 up for grabs. So this is where you and a duo, or you and a partner, or you and a friend, if you want to do it that way, you will get paired up with another duo. And then it's a 4v4 tournament that is taking place on February 16th, which is going to be in about 2 weeks. Registration is over at swatnation.net. And it is open registration now until February 14th at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. The format is standard SWAT, score to 50, 4v4, Halo 5 Magnums only. And there will be a maximum of 32 teams. Maps will include Plaza, Coliseum, Eden, Regret, Truth, The Rig, and Fathom. And the tournament will actually be taking place Sunday, February 16th at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. There are rules over on the announcement, and then there is a registration form that you need to fill out if you want to be a part of it. So yeah, head on over to swatnation.net if you want to take part in the Don't SWAT Cupid tournament. We've got some video content for this week. First up is Hidden Xperia's Reach Mods video number 4. And this has quite a few crazy mods in it.
Mm-hmm.
The first one that he covered was Snowforge, and it has a lot of just kit bashing, basically, between vehicles, weapons, and whatnot. So there's like a custom shotgun that shoots grenade launcher rounds, and there's a plasma caster that shoots the little blueberries and the Spartan laser at the same time. There's a lot of
quite the creative content.
It's basically kit bashing with weapons and vehicles.
Yeah. I will say that they did a really good job on the map. It looks, you take Forge World and imagine it in the winter, and it looks like that's what it looks like. They did a really good job on that. The weapons, yeah, they're fun to play with, but
it's not something that would play within the custom game more than once, maybe.
Yeah, they're fun to play with a couple of times, but they wouldn't be something you would want to put on a regularly played map.
No, not really. The Jackal Sniper mod I thought was really interesting.
Yeah.
That one was cool. There's a zombie firefight one, which is like I think it was either the Nightfall map or another custom map, and it was really low light, fog. Sadly, it wasn't flood zombies that they were shooting. It was normal kind of Call of Duty style zombies with like the World at War style with the orange glowy eyes in it. So there was that, and then Game Cheat modded a Reach Warzone type experience where it's PvPvE. So it's not full Warzone, but it cuts the mustard.
Yeah. It's really interesting to see with no official mod tools, you know, that how far they're getting with this stuff.
A lot of it, I think, just has to do with the fact that there have been people modding the Xbox versions for so long, and a lot of those tools kind of work together, and then some people within the community probably were just able to figure out how to tweak the tools to work with MCC. But yeah, I have no idea. I know 343 I think is working on like official mod documentation and support stuff, but
yeah,
unfortunately the only way to get involved if you don't know anything is to just hop on the Halo Mods Discord server or the Halo Mods subreddit and just start asking, okay, how the heck do I do this? And then the other video that we have to showcase this week is Installation 01's mini most detailed breakdown of the monitor carapace. I'm not sure how exactly you say that word, even though I watched the video. So he's recently been doing a detailed breakdown of lots of different things, most recently weapons, but he did the monitor today, and it's very technical and interesting if you care to get all nerdy about that kind of stuff. I'll just say that. And then we've got some project updates, finally. It's been a long time coming since we've talked about these, all the way back since September, actually, since we did these. So starting with Installation 01, and we're going to have to speed through these really quickly, but going back to September 15th, there's a little bit of an explanation of rapid prototyping. So this is something that they talked about a little bit during their live stream that they had at PAX, but they also kind of go into why they do rapid prototyping, what makes it different from just the production side of things. And that's a little interview with who was it? Was it Bean? No, it was someone was talking about it. I forget who. They had a map reveal for their factory map, which is based on Halo 3's Foundry. Bitter Creek, which is based on Halo 2's Beaver Creek, and Goliath, which is a custom map of their own, but it has very Halo 3 Ghost Town feel, but it has some Hang 'em High style movement, at least kind of that's my take on it. There are little video snippets that they have from the stream that they did during PAX, so if you want to head on over to their website, installation01.org, you can find all the video clips from their Twitch stream there. They also added a new piece of music to their soundtrack repertoire, and it is Neo Mombasa 3000. For a bi-weekly update for October 6th, they showed some artwork by Avixi for a utility truck, and then by Ikide, a bus prop. There's a little interview in the October 6th with Avixi in there about the importance of concept art and why it's important to have that when designing props in game. Basically, have an idea of how the prop looks, how big it's going to be compared to the environment, yada, yada, yada. And then they also introduced another soundtrack piece called Song Healy. For the October 20th update, they have a highlight on Blaze's Blocktober, and they have some examples of his Blockout. fun on the wording there. But he also goes a little bit in an interview of things that they're doing or things that he's doing for his iteration of Lockout to try to keep Halo 2's feeling the same for Lockout, but add the quote-unquote good elements from Blackout from Halo 3 and Lockdown, which was... I forget which version that was. Moving on to November 3rd, there is a paint over by Avixi for one of their custom maps called New Order. And a paint over is a concept art or kind of a render that uses game assets from a map that is currently being worked on, and it's in its early stages, but then an artist will kind of build out the scenery around it to kind of give some concepts of how it could look like using elements actually from the game. And that helps the map modelers envision or kind of come up with a solid vision of how they want the map to look in its final stages. And for the wrapping up of the November one, they actually showcase artwork from their Discord server. So they have, I think, a music share and an art share on their Discord that they post some of their favorites on. So kind of like their own mini community spotlight. Then for the December 1st update, they have Al comment and share off the gravity hammer. There's also brute shot and bomb animations in there as well. And he talks about his process for making those animations a reality. And then for their December 31st bi-weekly update, they included a mod to replace the main menu in MCC with a Installation 01 animated background.
Cool.
They also happened to put out a video, which I think we already talked about on the podcast, but might as well just mention it again since we were talking about their stuff. And it's titled Sooner. And it's just the logo for like 45 seconds. Something like that. Moving on to Project Contingency. I did check in with R93 Sniper because as I was looking things up, I didn't see any news. There's nothing to report at the time. There's still progress being made, which is good. They've had 3 or 4 people actually get picked up from the mod and actually going into the industry. So their work is getting noticed and they're looking for help. So if you got any graphic artists or game coders out there that want to help out with the project, Contingency is looking for some stuff. And then today, they actually dropped a little main menu screenshot in their Discord. Looks very akin to kind of the simplicity of Halo 3.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of combining just the main menu screen and the party screen on the right-hand side. For Project Corral, or it's just, sorry, not Corral, Coral. Wow, I sorry. If anyone from Coral listens, I'm sorry I butcher that every single time I say it. I know it's pretty bad, but there's lots of concept art pieces that they've been putting out. So there's one that was created by Franz Flygare for a campaign mission called Under Fire. They also have a Thorn Beast concept art that they released on Twitter, a Mark V concept art piece that was released on Instagram, a sniper rifle concept art, and a shotgun concept art that they released on Twitter. And for those that want to go check that out, you can check that out on their Twitter at Corral Fan Game. That's their Twitter handle. And then on Instagram, they are at Corral Game. Coral. I'm sorry. I keep saying Corral.
They took my buzzer away. I'm sorry. I can't shock him when he does that, so he'll never learn.
I did mess up Fuchs last week too, but I'm trying to be better about that one. For Downfall, there's a new subreddit because they used to be called Halo Downfall, and they've changed their title to Downfall, an ODST story. So they've moved their subreddit over to /r/downfall_game. There's a little Halo 3 ODST birthday video that they released since their game is ODST based. So that was over on their old subreddit, which was /r/Halo Downfalls, if you want to go see that. And then there is a update, or there's a piece that they put on their Reddit, and I think this has been updated on their website too, of what Downfall is. And I think we've kind of mentioned this in the past, but it's pretty much kind of the same thing. It's an indie game based on the obviously the Halo franchise. It's supposed to be a short 4 or 5 stories that follows a squads of ODSTs. And the official synopsis that they have written out is when winter contingency was declared in the Epsilon Eridani system, it wasn't just Reach that was attacked. Other colonies were also including Tribute. You follow a team of young ODSTs as they fight the Covenant for the first time to protect their home. And they've got some development showcase as well. They've got ODST armor set that they're working on. Or sorry, no, that's not ODST. It's a CCPD. I'm not sure what the CC is going to be yet, but police department. So some police uniforms. There's some main menu teases that they have as well. And this is all on their Discord server. So a lot of main menus, screenshots. They have a lot of concept artwork out there too. It's from battle rifles, Gauss rifles, pistols, armor, some cityscapes, HUD examples, plasma pistol, sword, and all that kind of stuff.
I'd like to see 343 bring in the Gauss rifle.
That would be interesting. Well, isn't that... I mean, the railgun's kind of the closest thing, I guess, that's currently out there, right?
No, well, I mean, yeah, that is. But the actual Gauss rifle has been talked about in the books. And it's the times that I've heard talked about, it's actually attached to a Falcon or a Hornet.
Okay. So I guess something because there's a lot of recoil on it. It's probably attached to a vehicle.
No recoil. Weight.
Oh, yeah, that would make sense.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Actually, a Gauss cannon has, what they call a Gauss cannon would have 0 recoil.
Because it's all magnetic.
Because it's a magnetic rifle.
Gotcha. And then the one other project that we'll mention tonight, because we're actually looking to have them on pretty soon, is Project Rebirth. This one has surfaced mostly recently. It has been in development for a while. Halo Respawn actually did an interview with them, so you can check that out over on their website. But their website is corona-interactive.com, so that's the studio. And there's a piece of artwork that Rythe has been working on several pieces of artwork. He's one of the main artists for the project. And from the website, this is the short little synopsis of the project. Set during the penultimate days of the Human Covenant War, Rebirth follows several perspectives from both the civilian and military sides of the conflict during the Battle of Sydney in 2552. So we're going to actually try to have them on either in February. I might push back the 13th date for the book to the 20th. And then we might have them on for that or in early March. So we'll see how that goes. All right. We've got about 10 minutes to wrap up. So we're going to hit our topic of the week. So we asked you guys, what kind of unlock system would you like to see for Halo? We put a Twitter poll out there. We got some decent results out of it, actually. Out of 45 people who voted, I'm trying to find the tweet. Here it is. We have... So these were the options I put for the poll, and then we'll kind of go over some of the responses. So Halo 3 styles, which is kind of accomplishment based, so you unlock it by completing campaign or getting certain achievements and that kind of stuff. Halo Reach style, which is using in-game currency, so the credit system. Halo 5 microtransaction style, and then MCC, how they currently have it with the progression system. I know there were some other unlocks mechanisms in MCC, but just looking at the most recent iteration of that. So have you looked at the poll yet, GT, or not?
I haven't looked at the final numbers, no.
What do you think was the poll winner? So Halo 3 style, Halo Reach style, Halo 5.
I was probably going to say like like an achievement unlock.
Okay. So kind of like Halo 3 styles where it's accomplishment.
Of those options, yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of the Halo 3 style.
Okay.
That's not what I would have picked.
So there were 46 votes. 43% went to Halo Reach style using the in-game credit system. 41% went to the Halo 3 style with accomplishments. 9% was Halo 5 microtransactions and 7% was progression. So out of the 46 people, not a lot of people up for the current progression system of how things are done.
No. I mean, me personally, I would like to see it in different tiers as long as we're just talking cosmetics. If we're just talking cosmetics, you have some that are locked behind specific accomplishments, like completing Halo Infinite on Legendary or Lasso or something like that. You also have an in-game currency where you can purchase the items that you want, like Reach did. Once, of course, in Reach, you had to reach a certain level to unlock certain items. You had to progress so far through the game before certain items would unlock. But you had an in-game currency system where you could buy the specific pieces that you wanted. But then I do also think that there should be a monetary system there where people can just flat pay money and buy, or pay money and get in-game currency.
So there's a lot of people kind of wanting different things about it. And I even said in my reply, I kind of want something that's a combination of some customization. And I did frame the question as far as like customization unlock specifically, not necessarily the Warzone type stuff that we have in Halo 5. But having some of it locked behind achievements or certain criteria to earn the piece.
Right.
And then I think Reach is probably the community's favorite customization unlock system to date. And I think that's good, where you want some pieces and you want to be able to get some in-game currency and get that piece. And I know some other people also mentioned, like you just said, be able to buy in-game currency and then use that currency to get something that you want within the game. If you don't want to wait.
The reason I say that is because despite the loot boxy setup of the current rec packs, I did like the fact that everybody had everything. Everybody had every map. Everybody had all the DLCs. Nobody was locked behind the paywall when it came to playing the game. I truly enjoyed that. For once, I felt like I was able to play the game that I paid for. Unlike in previous games where I would buy the expansion packs, but I never got to play them because there was always somebody that I would match with that didn't have all the expansion packs.
Yeah.
So I would be locked into playing only some of the content that I paid for.
So this is obviously a topic for another show, but that does bring up the point of, okay, and if that's the case, do you make playlists that are paid DLC people exclusive? Do you have the season pass and you can only get stuff through the season pass?
Well, see, that's the rub there.
Or do you increase the base game price?
If you separate your lobbies, well, now you have a smaller pool for each playlist.
Right.
You put your DLC players over here, and then you put everybody else over here. Well, the DLC players, they have a much smaller pool of people that they can play with, and it does reduce the pool of people that the non-DLC owners have as well.
Yeah.
like I said, that is the one thing I did like about having the rec system in Halo 5, is that we didn't have that divide.
Yeah. That certainly helped.
We could focus on having a playlist for competitive people and a playlist for social players. And that was important to me. I wanted a place where I could just go and have some fun. And then I wanted a place where I could go and play people of an equivalent skill to myself.
Yep. So, topic for another show, since we've unfortunately have to wrap up for tonight. But I do want to go through some of the responses that we got. So we mostly just got Twitter and Discord, nothing on Facebook again this week, unfortunately. But B-Train, who's actually in the chat right now, too, he says he personally loves Reach's way that you can unlock items with in-game currency and then some special items such as armor effects that you get by beating game challenges like in Halo 3. I think that's a very popular combination of things. Jordan Wharton, or Writing Spartan, says, I've always thought it was the main... he was responding to the poll results, but he was surprised at how many people liked Reach and thought that a lot of people's criticisms of Reach was the unlock system, which I think actually was the case when Reach first came out. There's a lot of criticism about it, but as time kind of fizzled out, it became more favorable.
You know, honestly, from what I remember, most people were complaining about the armor abilities, not the unlock system.
That's how I remembered it, but yeah.
And as I've said before, it's amazing how people look back on a game with rose-colored glasses.
Yeah.
Everybody's so pumped about getting Reach in MCC. And they get it, and they play it for a month, and then all of a sudden the population just kind of starts fading away, because then they remember, oh yeah, I remember this game now.
Yeah.
I remember Bloom.
Yeah. Samuel Constantino, he says he loves Halo 3's way of armor unlocks because of the way to flex what you did in the game and how you got it. Bobby has a narrative, I think 4 pieces. Try to read this as quickly as possible. I hope that they do a blend of all systems in a way. They showed they can mix systems as the original Helios Grill armor in Halo 5. It was locked behind an MCC achievement. Having a few cool options like that would be awesome for Legendary, Lazo, or maybe cool or hard Easter eggs. Now trying to mix the other 3 types all together. I love the concept of Reach's unlocks being done in your choice once you could afford the in-game currency value, and that was also vaguely similar to the progression option because most were also locked behind higher XP levels. However, Reach's grind is insanely long, which, I definitely agree with. Both for XP, but I found especially for credit values. I think they could mix the MCC progression pseudo battle pass system by using seasons with selected items and some existing and some new, but if you had old ones already, get XP or in-game currency. But if the season is either mostly obtained previously, the Halo 5 style micro could be okay. Following, there is no duplicates of unlocks like other micro-heavy games, and you can see the pool of remaining possibilities, percentage odds, before purchasing with games or real money, which I think that was mandated by the ESA or by European policy that loot boxes have to, or the publishers have to publish a percentage of obtaining something through a loot box now.
Yeah, see, that's the one thing that I wasn't a fan of with Halo 5's armor is it's the same armor with a different paint job.
Yeah.
No.
For having... Yeah, that was... It should have just been, okay, you can unlock it and you can choose either paint variant, but you unlock the armor and yeah.
Yeah. You know, it's like with the Helios Grill armor. You had to do something specific to unlock it. But once Halo 5 launched, there was a version of it in the loot box that you could just get. It had a different paint job on it, but it was the same armor.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And then we have one more on the Twitter side of things from Skyrim Halo. He says, Reach, but the in-game currency should not be purchasable with real money, unless it's cosmetics only. Which we're talking pretty much cosmetics here. That would be interesting to, like, if people want to buy in-game currency, then I guess let them, but not make it don't make the system extra hard like it was in Reach just because there's the ability to pay money.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, you need to do that to a point.
Right,
because,
but not...
the developer really wants you to buy the in-game currency because that's what's going to fund their projects. And I understand that. That's fine. Original Halo Reach leveling is a grind. And it is a long grind.
Yeah.
There are not that many people out there that are inheritors compared to the people that actually have picked up the game.
Yeah, Reach's grind was so long.
But, even to the point of Halo 5's, to get to 152, you've got to be a pretty serious player.
But I would say for the customization, make it to where people need to put some effort into it, but not make it crazy.
Yeah.
Basically.
Make it an attainable task.
Yeah, in a decent amount of time. Like, say, okay, put 60 hours in the game to get any one piece of customization. Something like that. Ace says, I'd be fine with the base models to be progress or achievement based and the alternate versions to be currency or RNG packs. I might disagree with you there a little bit, Ace. Haas says, accomplishment based Halo 3 style for some, credit XP system like Halo Reach, purchasable special skins such as esports stuff. That's actually not bad. And then, let's see. Sal responded to my tweet, and I guess I should read mine. I said, I personally think a combination of accomplishment base and in-game currency would work well. Sal, or Halo Fan for Life, agrees. He says, one big thing, no RNG, though. He wants to be able to buy specifically what he wants.
Yeah, I definitely don't want loot boxes.
Yeah, I don't either. And then Socks with Sandals says he was always a big fan of Reach's system. It was nice to be able to buy the things that he wanted, which makes sense. And then we have Discord, and this will wrap it up for the night. Ward over on our Discord, he says, I prefer the way the original Reach had it to where it was designed like vending machine, where you could choose any piece of armor you like without getting stuck into some assembly line like an MCC, to where you had to unlock certain items you don't want to get until you get the item that you desire. Poor Biowolf. Remember that?
Yes, I remember it.
You got the wolf skin for the pistol before he did.
I think I got the wolf skin like 3 days before he did.
It was funny, like he was grinding it for a while, and then you said, "Oh, I'm gonna hop on this train too and see who gets it first." And sure enough, he got it first. And I think he went for a tizzy on Twitter for a little bit.
Yeah, he was happy about it. He was real happy about it.
Yeah,
it's pure dumb luck.
It is. It really is.
It's like with me. The things that I was going for were some of the last things that I got. It's like I wanted the George armor, and of course, the George armor were in. I think I finally collected the actual body armor within the last 10 packs that I actually opened while I was grinding for, unlocks.
Nice, all the way to the end. Goldie Sniper, because I got permission to post this over in the HCS Pro Talk Discord. He says, more rare items behind achievements and challenges, some behind rank, so you need to keep ranking up, some behind skill, assuming they have seasons. If you are a diamond, for example, you get this certain item, and the rest don't really care. Okay. Behind an in-game earnable currency. I know it's every system to earn armor, but put the rare items behind harder things to get, so the armor actually means something again. Mm-hmm. That's actually a good point. If you want to really showcase someone's ability to get an achievement or do something, yeah, give them the ability to put their skill or put something hard earned behind something that's difficult. I'm okay with that.
I don't have a problem with having an unlock behind something like you have to get a diamond rank, because I know it's something that I'll never do anyway. So it's not something that I'll have to worry about. And I understand why, the collectors out there, they don't want anything in an area where they can't get it.
It's attainable, but you just have to work for it.
Yeah, well, there's attainable and then there's attainable. Like for me, yeah, it's there, it's available. I could get it. Am I capable of getting it? No. Can I make myself that good to get it? No. The only way I could do that is to stack myself with other diamonds and hope that they're good enough to carry me to diamond. Yeah. Which is going to take twice as long because I'm going to be the worst player on the team.
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, I'm not as long, but yeah. High Tech Rednets said that she's pretty much in line with what Goalie Sniper said. She said if she could pick one option, though, probably go with the achievement-based, although she would prefer there to be more matchmaking achievements and not have so much linked to the campaign. I think that's reasonable.
I would prefer them to be a little bit of a more even split.
Yes, I would agree.
I do not want achievements like in Halo 3 again.
Me neither, dude. I got 4 of those FFA ones, and I am sweating over getting those. And then, let's see, Scudpuddle says achievement-based and challenge-based for him. Silos says, I prefer to have an in-game currency system kind of like Reach. Usually there is 1 or 2 teams, or 2 items I actually want, so potentially having to grind for a long time isn't very interesting to me.
Mm-hmm. Well, I liked Reach system because you did have to play the game. And you had to invest time in the game to unlock the ability to purchase the things that you wanted.
Yes.
And that drove people to play the game, which is important with an unlock system. You need to drive people to play the game.
Right. Yeah.
And that's a way to do it.
Got to maintain the player base and got to make sure that people are going to keep engaging in the content. But you don't want it to be so annoying that you're going to drive people away because, it's going to take me forever to get this item and it's just not worth it anymore.
Like I said, with the actual unlocks of Reach, as far as unlocking the armor or the ability to purchase the armor, that actually went pretty quick.
Yeah.
I mean, to actually unlock all the armor, that actually went by pretty quick. I think I had all the armor unlocked within probably the first 90 days.
And then you had all the little add-ons with it.
Yeah. But for one, it gave you something else to get. Another reason to continue to play the game. I mean, for me, I got the armor that I wanted and I just wound up just buying everything else because I had the credits. I mean, what was I going to do with them?
Right. Yeah.
So the first thing I did was save up for the firefight voice. Who doesn't want to be Master Chief?
Yeah.
That's the first thing I did. And then the next thing I did, I unlocked George's armor. And after I unlocked George's armor, I just went through and bought everything else.
Nice.
Do I use it? No. But it's there.
Yeah, I can't remember how my unlocking order was. I do remember I wanted to get the Grunt birthday party, like the confetti effect.
Yeah, I think the Grunt birthday party was the first effect that I unlocked. No, I take that back. The lightning one was the first one of those that I unlocked.
Okay.
And then I went to Grunt birthday.
Gotcha. All right. Well, that's going to wrap it up for this one. We had to go through things pretty quickly because we have a second episode coming up here for our recording tonight. But I want to thank everyone for tuning in and listening. We will have more project updates on our next show. And we're going to be doing our Halo Respawn interview here in just a moment. So if you're watching live, stay tuned. It'll be about 10-15 minutes to kind of switch over and get that set up. For those listening to us via download, thank you for spending your time with us tonight. You can check us out on our social media. We are on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. You can check us out on our live streams for our podcast. It is every Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And that is on Twitch, Mixer, and YouTube. We also have an achievement stream for me at 10 p.m., which is not happening this week. are very likely not happening this week. But we do have Fragrant Friday happening, and that will be hosted by GT. That'll be 8:30 p.m. And we will have, like he said, a poll in our Discord server. So if you intend to play, vote. If you do not intend to play, please don't vote. Thank you.
But you're more than welcome to stop by and say hi.
Yes, for sure. Please stop by, say hi, drop in, let us know that you're thinking of us. And then you can also check us out on our Discord, podtacular.com/Discord. That's where we engage with our listeners and our community, which we've actually been seeing an uptick in activity, which is pretty good. And then I am happy to announce that we have 2 more people joining the team. We have Arma 358, or just Arma or Zach. He used to help out with the 405th, and he's going to be helping us out now with some community management. And then Riding Spartan, you may actually know some of his work over on Halo Respawn. He's going to be helping us with some writing as well, and that is so he's going to be helping out with articles. Did I miss anything? The outro?
I think we got everything.
All right. So thanks for tuning in to this episode, everybody. We will catch you all either on stream throughout the week. Hopefully we'll either see you tomorrow or on our next episode of the podcast. Until then, keep on fragging them trucks.